This is Shoot 41901, and we will be teaching you how to camp, taught by girls and troop leaders. We will be teaching you stuff like fire safety and how to set up tents.
Hey y'all, my name is Biscuit and I'm going to teach y'all how to cook in the great outdoors. It's all about the butter, baby. What's that I smell? My muffins are burning!
Hi, I'm Clancy. And I'm going to teach you how to do first aid and survive in the wilderness. How ironic. Is the camera still going?
Hey, I'm Diva and today I'm going to be telling you about what to bring for packing. Peace.
Hey, I'm Sparky. I'm going to teach you how to use fire! And be safe.
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm going to teach you how to tie knots. Yeah, bye.
I'm Gilly, and you better leave no trace in my forest.
Whoa! Beep, beep, beep. Hi, I'm Super Setup Girl. I'm going to teach you how to book your campsites and set them up. Now, I've got some villains to defeat.
Ways to cook with us girls. When you camp, you need a clean space to prepare food. This outdoor kitchen works great. Be sure hair is pulled back and girls take a knee when around the fire and help prevent falling in. Foil dinners are very tasty, fun, and easy to cook. It can be used for dinner and dessert. Anything you cook in your oven or crock pot, you can cook in a Dutch oven. To cook with a Dutch oven, you will need hot coals in the top and bottom. Cobblers are our favorite. A vagabond stove is a personal size grill made from a big aluminum can. You can make a buddy burner to put under it as a fuel source. Breakfast is great on top. The first important thing to learn about first aid is the carries. The carries are very important because if someone breaks a leg or passes out, you need to know how to carry them until you get medical help. All the carries are walking assist. If someone hurts their ankle, a friend can help them. The one-person carry, if somebody hurts their leg and there's only one other person. Two-person carries is if they hurt their legs and can barely walk. This is the other two-person carry, and this is also if you hurt your leg. This is the last two-person carry is if somebody passes out. These are some of the essentials. There's all the different types of Band-Aids. There's some wipes. This is ointment that you can put on your wounds. And these are rubber gloves so you don't get blood or vomit on you. These are gauze. And some waterproof tape. Some scissors. Some elastic bandages if you hurt your ankle. A Sharpie to tell the medical helpers what happened. That way you can write on their arm. This is hand sanitizer. This is tweezers with a magnifying glass to see if you could find the splinter. A thermometer. This is bug bite cream. If you get a bug bite, it stops itching. This is pain reliever, and make sure you have kids' pain reliever. This is allergy relief for if you have allergies. This is aloe for if you get a sunburn. This is for if you get burned by the fire. This is eye drops. And this is lady supplies. These are some extra stuff that you might want to get. When somebody breaks their arm or leg, you can take two sticks about the same size as the injured body part and put them opposite from each other. Then you can take your shoelace and tie it around the area to keep it tight until you get medical help. The next thing you want to learn is what to do if you scrape your eye. If you scrape your eye, then close your eyes gently, then use your two hands and cover your eyes, because if you only close one eye and start looking around, your injured eye may move too. And we don't want that. If your eye falls out, you want to take an unused cup and put the cup up to your eye and keep it there until you get medical help.
Hi, today I'm here to review what you should and should not pack for camping. Packing can be confusing, whether you don't know what you are bringing, or you are worried that you forgot something or you might need something else. Today I will be reviewing what to pack and why you should, layering clothing, having spare clothes, and the difference between slumber bags and sleeping bags. You should always bring a toothbrush, preferably a plastic or manual one, just in case you lose it. Also toothpaste. You should also bring all of your shower stuff, meaning soap, shampoo, and 1 or 2 towels. You should also bring hair ties and a brush, unless you desire tangled hair in the morning. You can also bring a washcloth and facial wash if you want to wash your face before bed or in the morning. Maybe bring an extra change of clothes and maybe another one just in case. You should also bring underclothing, underwear, etc. You should also bring some extra underclothing, but let's hope it doesn't come to that. You should bring a t-shirt / long sleeve shirt. It depends on how many days the trip is and the weather, but I would recommend both. I would recommend you bring at least one extra of everything when it comes to clothes, but that is your choice. You should also bring shorts / pants, jeans, and sweatpants recommended. Obviously, you should bring socks. I would bring tennis shoes. Do not bring heels or boots unless boots are comfortable and sturdy for hiking. You only need a simple shirt and shorts for pajamas. Please do not sleep in jeans. Please do not bring a nightgown. You might have to evacuate the building, and it will be uncomfortably breezy and drafty if you do. You can bring slippers if you want to, but you don't really have to. There are 3 different kinds of layers: the base layer, the insulating layer, and the outer layer. These layers are very important if you are camping in the cold. You can bring a sleeping bag for a tent or a bunk bed. You can bring a stuffed animal, but I wouldn't because you might lose it. A slumber bag is for sleepovers, not camping, so they are often thinner, making it cold for camping. They are also not as sturdy, so they can fall apart. Sleeping bags are warmer and more sturdy, which means they're less likely to fall apart. They can also protect you while you're sleeping. How to rate a sleeping bag. It should say somewhere the season. If it is season 3, that means it is made for autumn temperature or lower. If it is a 20-degree bag, then that means the user should remain warm if the temperature drops to 20 degrees. It should also say somewhere on the tag. Hiking gear. Not all of this stuff is for hiking, but you should definitely bring. Sunscreen and bug spray is a definite yes. Bugs can carry diseases, plus give you bad or annoying bites. Tip: apply both sunscreen and bug spray away from other campers so that way they don't inhale the chemicals. You can still apply sunscreen on a cloudy day because sun is still shining and you can also still get sunburned. You should also bring a flashlight. You should bring a reusable water bottle so you can fill it up more than once because it's good for the environment. You should put all of your hiking stuff in a drawstring bag. I would not bring a mini backpack, they might not be able to fit anything and they might fall apart. I would bring and wear a bandana because a tick could fall from the trees and come onto your head and suck your blood. That was everything. Thank you for listening to What to Pack for Camp and have a nice day. Bye. Thank you for listening.
Sparky here, and I'm here to tell you about fire safety, how to build a fire, and how to extinguish a fire. Fire safety. The number one important rule: keep your hair tied back and remove loose or baggy clothing that might fall into the flames. Use a distinguished fire ring. Have a bucket of sand or water on hand before lighting the first match. Avoid putting green leaves into the fire. Never ever leave a fire unattended. How to build an A-frame fire. Lay a thumb size or larger sticks in a shape of an A. If there is a breeze, place the open end so that the breeze will blow into the A. Prompt kindling, which is small sticks, newspaper, or fire starters, against the crossbar of the A, allowing the breeze to blow under it. Tindering should be placed loose enough to allow air circulation, but close enough that they will share the fire with each other. Hold the lighted match under the kindling until it catches fire. Gradually add more tindering, increasing the fire in size. Add kindling to bring fire burning. Add larger pieces of wood, just enough to how big your fire will need. You don't need a large fire to cook one meal. Now, how to extinguish a fire. Spread coals in a fire ring. Sprinkle coals in water and then rake. Repeat until coals are cool. Use a shovel to lift remaining fuel logs and soak it in water bucket. Then place them on a smooth raked fire bed. Hold the back of your hand above the coals to feel the heat. Now you know about fire safety, how to build an A-frame fire, and how to extinguish a fire. Some types of fires are the teepee and log cabin. The teepee fire is easiest fire to create. You lay the wood in the shape of a teepee. Another type is a log cabin. You stack wood in the shape of a log cabin. The best type of fire for cooking is the fire grate. Is a hybrid of teepee and log cabin. This will burn longer, light faster, and sturdy enough to not fall over when you lower the cooking surface. Sparky here, signing out.
For Setup Girl, and I will be teaching you all about everything you do before you go camping, like booking a campsite and where to set up camping, and more. So first, to book a Girl Scout campsite, go to the Girl Scout website. Next, you will want to click on the camp button. After that, Go to Make Reservations Now. Fourth, you will want to go under Camp Reservations at the top and select the camp you want. We will use Camp Catron as an example. Once that is done, you will want to select the activities you want to do, like archery or stargazing. For overnight use, you will want to pick what type of lodge/tent you will like. After that, you will want to pick a date that works for the troop and check the weather to make sure that's not bad weather for camping. You may also want to check the moon forecast, because if you are stargazing and there is a full moon, it is bad because you cannot see the stars. But if you are taking a nighttime hike, it is good because it will be easier to see the path. Next, you will want to select the Nebraska Girl Scout and fill out info. For other non-Girl Scout campsites, go to Nebraska Gone and Parks website. Then you pick whether to have a cabin or tent, and then select the date or dates. When you get to the camp, if you are placing down tents, remove big debris from sight and find some shade, but do not place your tent right under an old tree or dry tree because it might fall. Also, if you have a tent, you should place it down quite a bit away from water, about 200 steps. You should also be at least 20 feet away from other campers because it's just polite and we need to give each other space. Another thing you can do is try to find an established campsite, and if you can't, do minimal nature damage. A tip for camping is to try to go camping on days with a little breeze so that it's not too hot nor too windy. Do not go camping in a gully or gorge or ditch of any type because there could be a flash flood. If there is just one tree in the middle of a field, do not set up a tent under it because if there is a storm, lightning strikes the highest thing and that tree would be the highest thing probably. If you have tents when setting them up, you will want to place the door parallel to the wind, or if there is no wind, face it towards the east. That's all from me. Super Setup Girl is out.
These are a few essential camping knots. A square knot has many practical uses, including tying bundles and bandages. Fun fact, it can also be used to make bracelets. You start out with 2 pieces of rope. Take the right one and put it around the left one. Then pull. Take the left one and wrap it around the right one. Then pull again, and now you have a square knot. The bowline knot is used to secure something to a rope. Start by making a loop in the rope. Then you take the end of the rope and stick it through the loop. Then you wrap it around the main line. Once you've done that, you stick it through the loop again and pull until it is tight. The clove hitch is primarily used to secure a rope to a post or a stick. You start by wrapping the rope around the post once. Then, making sure there's enough space for a rope to go through later, wrap it around again. Then take the end of the rope and put it through the hole. Make sure you pull until it's tight. The sheep bend knot is generally used to tie 2 ropes of different sizes together. Start with one of your ropes in a U shape. Take the one that isn't in a U shape put it through the U and then wrap it around it. Then take it and put it under itself and then pull.
The 7 principles of Leave No Trace. The first one is prepare and plan ahead. Make sure you have everything you need before you start camping. Principle of Leave No Trace is camp on durable surfaces. Don't camp on flowers or grasses unless you know it's okay to camp on them. Principle of Leave No Trace is dispose of waste properly. Because whenever the wind blows and you have trash just laying around, it could blow away and animals could eat it, get sick, or die. The fourth principle of Leave No Trace is leave what you find. Because if everyone picked a flower every time they went there, there would be no more flowers or grasses or anything left for the other visitors to see. The principle of Leave No Trace is minimize campfire impact. You need to minimize it because if you don't, you will be using a lot more firewood and you would leave more residue that you were there. The principle of Leave No Trace is respect the wildlife. What that means is whenever you find something, leave it where it is. The seventh principle of Leave No Trace is be considerate to other visitors, because if you were walking side by side, there would be no room for the next person to cross. But if you were walking single-filely, there would be enough room for another person to go. This is minimize your fire. Make sure it's a smaller fire, not a big bonfire. What you want to do is pick up the sticks from the ground for your campfire. Instead of killing a tree, just to make a huge bonfire. You have to throw away your trash. Don't let your trash blow away. It might kill some animals. You don't want to observe wildlife up close, especially when they have their young, because they're going to be a little more aggressive than they usually are. What you want to do is observe wildlife from a far enough distance so you don't get hurt. Whenever you are washing dishes or using the restroom, make sure you are 200 feet away. Pour the water out once you are done using it. Whenever you are picking a spot to put up your camp, put it on a durable surface, not on a bed of flowers. Whenever you are walking on a trail, be considerate to others and step aside and walk single file. Don't stand side by side so the people that are walking back and forth can't get by. Whenever you are observing the plant life, look at it. Don't pull it. Don't play loud music or use any technology whenever you are camping. You never know what you can find. You can find anything if you just look hard enough. Last, pick up your campsite.
Question 41901, and we made this video by Brian Wood. We dedicate it to all those girls who can't go camping because the facilities that are high person camping. This really means a lot to us. We hope you learned something like how to book a campsite and set it up, and how to do first aid, and how to tie knots, and how to cook, and how to leave no trace, and how to what to pack, and how to make a fire without burning the whole forest down. Thank you, and good night! Feed us, don't fall.